Hey guys, in this video the first thing I want us to do is look at the different coordinating conjunctions, and as you can see, fanboys is the acronym for all of the different coordinating conjunctions, and you have for and nor, but, or, yet, and so, making up fanboys. When you're talking about using them in a compound sentence, please know that they will be preceded by a comma. Let's look at some examples. Now this page is going on my important documents page, so you can reference this at any time, but this will show, and I expect you to know the definitions of each one of these words. Okay, just because they're all little words does not mean that they do not have definitions, and they are not interchangeable. So let me skip on down to a smaller, more succinct version of all of the definitions. So for is going to show an effect on one side and then a cause on the other. If you look down here, it is the opposite of a sentence that uses the word so. I have this sentence, I eat fries every day. For, I love them tremendously. I used this is my last example sentence, comma, so I will stop writing now for that one, but we could flip. We can flip the first sentence around. Okay, so take a look at that. It is just simply the very first sentence where I've taken this clause and I've brought it to the beginning. I've joined it with a comma conjunction, and then I have I eat fries every day, which is my second clause. So the words for and so are pretty much opposite meanings of each other. You would invert and have cause and effect if you're using the word so, or if you're simply wanting to show the meaning of therefore. I love them tremendously, therefore I eat fries every day. For the word for, cause and its effect and cause, and you could substitute the word because. I eat fries every day because I love them tremendously. So those are good ways to remember the definitions of so and for. And you really should know that just is an addition. But and yet mean exactly the same thing. They both show a contrast. Looking at the example sentences, Harry doesn't eat fries every day, but he wants to start. So that shows the contrast of the two clauses. And then in this one, fries are offered at school, yet I never get them. That shows the contrast of those two clauses. So, or obviously shows a choice. That one is fairly straightforward. You would show a choice. Now, the one that might give you a little trouble is using nor in a sentence, because it's the second clause is written in an inverted way. So Sally doesn't eat fries, comma, nor does she eat any kind of potato. So you are showing the addition of another negative. And yes, you can have the doesn't and the nor in the same sentence. Let's scroll back up and look at this sentence. Rocky refuses to eat dry cat food, comma, nor will he touch a saucer of squid eyeball stew. Lovely. So here you have the comma and conjunction. This is your second independent clause right there. Even though you have he is the subject, will touch is the verb, you still have a subject and verb on this side. You have a subject and verb on this side. Therefore, you have a compound sentence. So in all of the examples, you can clearly see that each one begins with an independent clause. It's joined by a comma conjunction, and then you have another independent clause at the end of the sentence, every single one of them. There is not a dependent clause to be found anywhere. Okay, so let's look at another way to write a compound sentence. Okay, I think this is my favorite thing in the world to do when it comes to punctuation. And that is to take two independent clauses and join them together with a semicolon to make one big sentence. To me, this is the hot sauce. This is the delicate spice on a bland piece of chicken. This is the wapow in your writing that makes it just totally sing off the page. So, your challenge is to look for places where you can use the semicolon to join two independent clauses together. And they need to go together or want to go together, as I said in the video, like they were meant to be together. Just remember that one semicolon goes a long way in a piece of writing. What you don't want to do is put 3 semicolons within one paragraph. I would say within an essay, one essay, like a 5-paragraph essay, 2, no more than 3 in the entire thing would be plenty. But anytime you are writing, it is nice just to throw in that semicolon to say, hey, look at me. I know how to use a semicolon. I'm special. And it absolutely will make you look special, because I can guarantee that there's a lot of people in the 7th grade who don't know how to use it and don't know how to use it correctly. So you go ahead and you show off your mad semicolon skills. Okay, so let me show you a common mistake that many students tend to make when they're writing simple and compound sentences. All right, let's take a look at this. Justin scrambled to the store, comma, but didn't make it before closing time. Okay, now, is this sentence written correctly? Let's take a look. What you need to do is, let's look at comma conjunction. Now we know from this video plus the previous video that the comma conjunction can join 2 clauses. Okay, so what you have to ask yourself, do I have a clause on this side? Justin is the subject, scrambled is the verb. So yes, I do. Now I come over to after the conjunction. Do I have a clause on this side? No, I don't. There is no subject before didn't. So this is a simple sentence that's been written incorrectly. And let me show you why. It's the comma. It does not need to be there. Okay, so you have to check the second half of your sentence. Do I have a subject and verb on this side? Because I guarantee you this is what's going to trip you up in writing sentence structure. This is the tricky part. Now, so what if I did want to make this a compound sentence? So I'm going to add the comma back, but what do I need on this side? I need a subject. So I'm going to add the pronoun, well, not there. I'm going to add the pronoun he. And now I have a subject and a verb on this side. And that is an independent clause. It could stand alone in the sentence. So if I took that out, that would be a simple sentence by itself. He didn't make it before closing time. But adding the rest of it back in, now it is a compound sentence because I have sentence on this side, a comma and a conjunction, and a sentence on this side. So you have to ask yourself, is that what I have? Sentence on this side, comma, conjunction, sentence on that side. Okay, and now would it work to write with our special little friend, the semicolon? Let's see. Justin scrambled to the store. He didn't make it before closing time. Absolutely, it works. Notice that I do not need to make that a capital letter. Why? Because it's not the beginning of the sentence anymore. It's still in the middle of the sentence. So after the semicolon, you do not use a capital letter. It's still part of that one long, beautiful sentence of two independent clauses. Okay, that's all I've got for you with simple and compound sentences.